Divination. This was you said it was called divination.
Divination, yes.
That totally makes sense. I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. And then once you have uncovered the heart of the story that you have hidden from yourself, the structure reveals itself, the decisions make themselves. That's what she said about it. So that's the kind of exercise that I was presenting in the Skillshare. And so that I didn't take enough time to do it myself. But I redid it last night. I laid the same cards out again. I'd taken a picture of them. And I don't know, for me, tarot reading always ends up being extremely literal. Like, this, it's a symbolic language that it ends up being almost like laughably clear most of the time.
What do you think? Is that our brains? Because I've only had tarot readings a couple of times and never like directly, but people have like done it for me, sort of. Maybe like once. Somebody when I was in rehab, and that's funny because actually that was Keisha who will connect to Brandon, which is really ironic. But my buddy's girlfriend did a tarot reading for me when I went to rehab and like wrote me this long letter, and yeah, it was like a big part of my spiritual experience at that time. How literal I wouldn't have thought about language. And this is what up on my wall right now. Someone else, Allison, a person I wish I could reconnect with somehow, but like tried to date right after rehab. This woman much younger than me, and I was living at my grandpa's and trying to figure out what the hell was happening at 30 years old. She did this number reading for me, and it's up on my wall right now. Like there again, it was like it just made so much sense that it gave me some direction that my life really needed. So continue, please. Yeah.
Okay, so I have a 10-card reading. Each card has different imagery on it. I think I understand what they mean in the context of the story, but what I'm going to do is take even more literally and write in 10 500-word sections, rewriting this story based on these cards. And I'm only going to hold myself to, not only am I going to hold myself to, I'm going to limit myself to 500 words a day for the next 10 days, because
and this is very important. This is what I wanted to dial in on tape, because it'll connect to my own work, so to speak.
Right, because obviously I'm like, it's Saturday, I have more hours I can work on this, so I could kick out, 3 500-word sections, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep it.
Because this isn't the intention.
Wait, what?
Sorry, I'm cutting you off.
No, go for it.
I got a bunch of oxytocin or something else. Because this is exactly what I learned from journaling right around the same time. That's why I'm so dialed in on this relationship with Allison that did this number reading for me right after rehab, and having a tarot reading that just was so on point and like felt like manifesting my own life. But then now with all the conversations about, how do you explain, like, we're talking about spiritual ass shit here, LIINA, and I think that a lot of writers don't realize, the muse is fucking real, and it's inside of you just as much as God is real, and they're inside of you, like.
Well, yeah, and I think it's really, I do this to myself all the time. I forget that it's a spiritual practice, and I forget that these are, not only is it a spiritual practice, but these are tools that we can use to move our work forward.
Yeah. So this is a whole other side conversation. Yeah, link to essay on spirituality and creative writing practice. There's annotations, LIINA. There's anything that like I'm gonna have a video of. There's gonna be some kind of like a guidebook with it to guide you through. This is the big idea of how to make it not just like fucking around or whatever. But yeah, this practice though is what I think is really. No, I don't know. I think we're on point. Maybe this is. Do you talk about spirituality in writing? Like, is this a type of vibe that you would get with other creative writers?
That I would. You mean like? Is it? What do you mean? What a vibe?
Well,
I feel. Wait, the question.
What you and I, yeah. No, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity. I will do exactly that. You and I, we're like landing in the same spot really easily. But you and I are also the people that were in the MFA that were like trying to make sure everybody knew we were supportive, but also kind of dying inside because we wanted to be a bit more critical. And we wanted to be a bit more like, I fucking sweat and bled to get here. And it doesn't feel like that's everybody else in the community maybe. And so for me, I lost a little bit of access to that. Because like I said, like I'm not like with my punk friends that are just doing shit because we don't know what the fuck else to do. Because we're fucking punks, you know, like it's not an identity that you know, having a conversation about being a poser or a punk is like having a conversation about writing when it's something that you like have to do every fucking day, and not everybody's gonna see writing that way.
Yeah.
And now I could connect this to like how I have echoes in my head of hearing more than I've ever heard in my life over the last year. Well, you're a really great writer, so ... And at the end of that ... is a sentence so foreign from my fucking skill set that I don't know even what to say back. Because what other people see as a writer, like, oh, you're a great writer, so you should be able to do this. And I'm like, fuck do you think a writer does? Not that, you know. You see where I'm going with that?
Yeah.
And I wonder if this conversation.
I think there are like translatable skills, but they don't apply to all writers. Like, I mean, I'm like, I can write like a very clear business email, but that's not true for like all writers. Like, that's not like a given, you know.
Thank you, because that's the conversation I couldn't even think to say, because that's exactly the difference between you and I. I mean, you know what I mean. I'm trying to be hyperbolic here, but like, I'm the one that can't. I can't write a decent fucking business email to save my fucking life. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
I can't write straight. Like, you know what I mean? I can't write. It's a queer. This could be a queer conversation. And me, you know, outwardly, I would have never fucking known I'm queer if I hadn't have made these connections. And now I get to have access. And this is the first time I've said anything like that on the record. You know, that like maybe that's what was so frustrating for me before I did learn more about myself, and I did learn more about like, oh yeah, I would like to identify as queer. I'm afraid to do it socially for many reasons. But what we're talking about is part of it. Yeah, I can't write straight, bro. Like, that's where I can't. I'm not in the closet at all. You know, like I just can't even fucking play the game.
Yeah, dude, I hear you.
So what do you think? Where did you get that? Because I mean, you and I have very similar. I don't know. You would have better language here, probably. Like, there's soul paths or something. This could be kind of a out there conversation.
Where did I get the ability to write a business email?
Yeah, like, where do you see yourself different? You might be able to see you and me more objectively, like differently. Like, where do you think you picked that up that either I didn't, or maybe we're just different, and why do you think that's so hard for someone like me and not for you?
Yeah, that's a great question.
Too much? I mean,
I don't know. I'm thinking, like, I'm also walking through the grocery store, but like, that doesn't prevent me from thinking. No, it's a really great question, and I think I might need to think about it more. I don't think it's something I can answer off the cuff because.
So this would be like, it'd be great if I had buzzers or something. There'd be like a certain tone here when I go back over this shit. Like, I go, okay, I know what that is. All these weird codes.
That'd be amazing.
But that's exactly the stuff where, like, oh, you know, how many conversations have you and I had, just us over the last year or two, where there was something in there that we were like, oh, that would be cool to go back to, or that would be cool to.
Oh, I know, right? Yeah.
So when I'm talking about documenting my life, it's not just like, oh, I failed at court because I cannot
I can't write I failed the fucking court. I'm failing, actively failing because I can't write a fucking business email.
Yeah,
it's the same, you know, it's the same kind of conversation. And so where I'm coming from now is like, well then, fuck that shit. I'm gonna figure out a different way to do it. You know, like I'm done like flogging myself for not being able to write the business email, which is a huge metaphor now. Instead of just doing what I've done my whole life, which is like, fuck that shit. Then I'll do it a different way. You know, I'll do it the hard way.
Right. Yeah. No, you were talking about doing things the hard way last time. I think we talked, or recently at least.
Was I on that page already?
Yeah.
Insert essay on doing things the hard way.
Right. No, totally.
But I think though, like, look at this connects to the short story exercise, which is the whole point. And I have to remember when there's tape, I got to pay attention to time, this is another motivation to kind of keep me focused on things. Insert how much I miss my fucking worker cat, Fitz, and how he used to keep me focused on things. But LIINA, that exercise is like, you see how that connects to my life right now, sort of? Because it's the same as like, oh, I want to do this short story collection, and I know it's close to getting out, but how am I ever going to decide when it's really ready unless somebody takes it from my hands?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of why I struggle so much right now in my personal life of like, how do I explain in court something that's going to sound trivial to someone else? Like, I go in there and talk about how I have to write poems every day, and they're going to be like, what the fuck? You know, you're not a serious person. So I have to like, does that make, do you see that though? That's not just an insecurity. Like, it's hard to be taken seriously as an artist in certain situations, right?
Well, yeah, no, of course. Yeah, nobody's gonna take that seriously. I agree.
I mean, like, how do you think John Waters is, like, you bring in John Waters on the stand and against allegations, and what's he gonna say? You know, I mean, he probably would get smart and do what.
Yeah, he's very articulate.
Yeah, he'd be like, ... and make him. That's what I'm working on.
He plays the game for sure.
That's what I'm working. Playing the game is what this is all about.
Yeah.
And like practicing
but
it.
I mean, not everybody can play the game. Like, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Which is part of one of the things I think to myself often and don't know how to communicate it yet. Where like, I'm in here making a fucking point, and I don't want that to sound trivial either. And when I say I'm in here, I like, LIINA, I'll just slip into these daydreams where I'm like in court defending myself.
Oh, I'm sure.
And like, if I would have just written 500 words a day when I was thinking those thoughts and put them down, I would have a memoir and a novel.
Sorry, I'm in the lane now, so hang on. So you can keep talking, but I'm in the line.
Take your time. I'm chewing something too.
Okay, good. Can I put my phone number in?
So now would be a good time. Like, normally I would have my guitar and I would just like play us some music or something.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Thank you. What was that? Oh, you're back. Sorry. Oops, and I dropped everything. Okay.
That was perfect. That was like 2 minutes of like ambient audio where I'm eating a granola bar and you're having a conversation at the grocery store.
Oh my gosh, it was. I forget that like if you buy beer out here, like if the checker is underage, they can't touch it.
Oh.
So you had to wait for like the bagger to like finish bagging and then she can touch the beer.
Yep.
And I was like confused because I had headphones on and I couldn't tell what she was asking me for, but she was asking for the bag that I had over my shoulder and didn't give to her. She could bag the groceries. So yeah, I felt like an asshole.
Aw.
But it's fine.
Well, you didn't sound like an asshole.
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess I felt like a dumbass.
A dumbass. There you go. Yeah.
But, you know, the checker's probably like, has this person ever gone to a grocery store before?
I bet you that's what they were thinking. Oh man. They're probably like this person's. Well, wait. What's the marijuana legality status there in Mass?
It's legal. It's illegal.
Yeah, this person's probably just like, oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm like totally not high, but I feel like I was.
All right. I don't know what the hell were we talking about.
Well, I think we were talking about being able to write a business email and like being in court and doing it the hard way, doing it your own way.
Right.
Playing the game. We were talking about playing the game.
Yeah. And then we were talking about the 10 days.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about before that.
But now that day, I keep saying 10 days only because that's how my brain works. Like that's now how I remember the thing you were talking about. But is that because of the length of your specific project?
Yes. Well, no. Oh, no. Actually, it's not. It's because there's 10 cards in the. I think this one's going to try to go through the car. The car off. No, it's okay. Okay, no, it's because there's 10 cards in the tarot spread.
Oh, that's right. This is more closely connected to the tarot.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we should come back to that. But I should probably let you go because you got driving and stuff to do, and I got stuff to do.
Okay. Yeah, I still have like a short drive home, but then I got like randomly, like everyone's calling me. Like Jackie called me while I was in my writing group, and then like my friend Amber texted me and she's like, "You should apply for this teaching job in Pueblo, Colorado," and I'm like, A, I'm not looking for a teaching job. B, I'm not. I mean, technically I'm qualified, but like it says 1 year experience teaching college, which I do not have. And she's like, "Oh, they all say it. It doesn't matter." But
you could probably quantify all your other college work experience too, like.
Yeah.
But you're not looking to move to Colorado either, are you?
Well, I mean, it's moving to Colorado's on the table, but not to Pueblo, Colorado, because Caden's got he just got asked for more materials for an interview he did last week in Durango, Colorado.
Oh, no way.
And he also is flying out. They're flying him out to a follow-up, campus visit interview for college in Salt Lake City.
Okay.
Speaking of not legal cannabis, we were like really stoked about it, and then last night I was like eating a gummy, and I was like in the shower, and I was like, oh, fuck, weed is not legal in Utah.
Is it medicinal only?
Yeah, and it sounds like they're hard asses about it, but you never know how
I don't
actually
think
works,
that, that's ironic because I might be talking today with my buddy Jesse, who's in Salt Lake City, and he's another guy
Oh, no way.
I've known for like 20 years. And he had medical marijuana, I know for sure. But I don't know if he had to drive. You have to drive to other states and shit. It's different in the Southwest.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like they're like the list of things that they say you can get a medical card for do not apply to me, but I could, I'm sure there's someone you can pay to write you a letter, like kind of thing,
Right.
Or you just
Did you ever read Burroughs?
No, I did not.
He,
Of course, I know about.
of course,
I know of his work, but
of course
I
you
have
do.
not actually read it.
And you know other beat. You probably, because that's the thing. This could be a whole nother side conversation on beat poets and who you're drawn to. You know, like you got your Kerouac guys and you got your Ginsberg people and then you got me and the guy that showed me Junkie. And there was something there that whatever that guy, his name's Lou, he's a barber, and that's a whole other thing, but shout out Lou. There's just something about it, and one of the things that was so appealing was this 1950s New York setting where he was going around getting prescriptions from doctors. Like, that was a big, interesting part of that whole culture to me. So, yeah, I'm sure you could hustle something up. But yeah, I hope that 500 words is a pretty big goal. What do you think about 500 words?
I don't think it'll be a problem at all because I've already written this story in many other forms. So, I know what I'm drawing from.
No, wait, we're talking about revisions?
Redoing it. Well, yeah, it's like a rewrite, yeah.
It's like a rewrite. So you're going to spend... So when you say 500 words, it's like a section of the story that's already written.
Well, not necessarily, because what I did today is totally new material, actually. So.
Oh wow.
It's based on the images in the tarot reading. But I'm drawing on a story that already exists fully in my mind and in parts on the page.
I want to see how this works. I'm having a hard time picturing it.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how it works too. It might fail spectacularly, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I've got nothing to lose.
Fuck. Okay. Can I give you a little pep talk? Wait. Oh God, I hope I can find it. I wrote down. Yeah, I'm gonna. Do you hold on? This is totally unrelated. But do you know the phrase "crash out"? Something like crashing out or whatever. Is that kind of a newer modern phrase?
Yes.
And do you? So yes. And do you think that it replaced spaz?
Oh, that's a great question.
Just hit me today.
I had not thought of it that way.
It just hit me today that I was like, oh my God, is that like a way to say spaz out? Because I always was kind of uncomfortable with spaz, and I don't know if that.
Right. You're definitely not allowed to say that one anymore.
Yeah, that's become a thing, right?
Yeah, you're not allowed to say that one. Because I thought it was kind of more well, it's interesting because I still think of crash out as being you fall asleep. If you're really fucking tired, you fall asleep. That's what crash out means.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's how I would have thought of it.
Actually, it's funny because I actually heard this from Morgan, hearing it from her students, probably 6 months ago or something, or last school year, whenever that was.
Oh, it's definitely become.
But now everyone uses it,
Yeah, I mean, it slipped into my vernacular as if it was always there.
yeah, isn't that interesting?
Yeah, that's a link to the insidiousness of language.
Yeah, no, it's fascinating. Because then by the time people our age start using it, then it's passe.
Well, we'll see. That's what I've been surprised because I somehow managed to work bet into my vocabulary over the process of 5 years, where, oh, good Lord, I'm going to embarrass myself. This is like me trying to talk to the punk kids with my band at 40 years old. They're like, okay, stepdad, get out of here.
Right.
Hold on, I'm looking up the word failure right now.
Okay.
What do you think of do you think of definitions often?
Yeah, I look them up all the time. I'm like, am I actually using that word right?
You do. You do that?
Oh, all the fucking time.
Okay, shout out normalizing that.
Usually not. Usually in the course of a conversation, I'll just roll with it. But if I'm writing, I definitely look things up a lot. Be like, this feels like the right word. Is it the right word?
I'm so happy to hear that. All right, that's a whole nother. Yeah, that's gonna be my form of activism. Is passionate campaigns to get people to look up the fucking words they're saying, you know, like.
Oh my god, also, like, one of the people at the writing group I go to is an actual lexiconographer for, Merriam-Webster. Like, she's done this work for years and years and years, like, ever since she, like, finished grad school, because their offices are actually, like, in this region.
Lexiconographer, I'm writing that down.
She actually writes the fucking definitions.
No way.
Yes.
Is that what that is? Or is that's like the...
Yes.
Yeah, wow.
So fucking cool. It was blowing our minds when she was telling us. We were just like, okay, oh my god, you're like the guy that does the thing. Like, that's we know you.
That's amazing.
Writers, we get to know this person.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so here's something I wrote the other day. This is the type of shit where, well, no, I don't have to explain this. So number one, every setback is an opportunity to change course.
Mm-hmm.
Every setback is an opportunity to change course. Checks out?
Yes.
Number two, every mistake is an opportunity, and you see the pattern there, to learn about ourselves. Every mistake is an opportunity to learn about ourselves.
Yeah.
Anything pretty good? Anything you want to add?
Nope. So far, so good.
All right, so far so good. Number three, failure is a word with a definition, and it's supposed to be kind of sassy, you know.
Yeah.
And then also like subpoint, it has meaning, and this it leads me to you see how these always spill out into bigger ideas. The thesis here is the importance of meaning and what meaning you ascribe to symbols like words and right, like yeah, that's the heady shit. Yeah, yeah. So, and I just looked this up while we were chatting right here about looking words up. I was like, walk the talk, brah. And I went and grabbed my dictionary and looked up the word failure because I hadn't quite added that in yet. Absence of expected action or performance. Pretty, yeah. I'm like, almost every time, LIINA, I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm so glad I looked that word up. like I'm almost always.
It doesn't refer to the results at all.
Yeah, let me actually meditate on that for a second. Absence of expected action. Yeah, it's totally non-judgmental, right?
Well, I mean, you still be judgmental, but it's absent of the results. It's like it's just like you didn't do the thing. It's not like you did the thing that got unexpected results.
Yeah.
It's just like you didn't do the thing at all.
I'm writing that down. Absent of the results. I wouldn't have thought of that like that. And that's what I mean.
That's what I was talking about. Like, if I wrote the story and didn't get the results that I expected, then that would be a failure. But by that definition, it wouldn't be a failure at all because I still did the action.
You wrote the story, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And that's what I mean by non-judgmental. That's how that translates to me.
Well, yeah.
Because if there's no results, there's no judgment.
Yeah.
So now we're like linking our brains together here in an attempt to overcome whatever binary system separated our creativity into like, you know, somebody that can write business emails and somebody that can't.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm sure, as you know, well, let me not assume. Would you agree that it's just kind of assumed? Would you agree it's assumed when we talk about something like we identify as creative writers and artists who have a skill set, and so one thing that is more positive for someone else, they might also have a struggle that the other person doesn't. I'm trying so hard to like talk around. You know, when you're good at something, you're also bad at something else, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So if you're interested in bettering yourself as a person, it would make sense that you would be interested in comparing your experience to other people's and looking at your own part in it. drops of rain on living stream. They're winding back with us. There's no end. I don't know what to do with that D minor still. Oh, it's back again. Flowing on the other side of me. Seems I always get on strong. I trip on my tongue. The words that come out sometimes. I'm so afraid the things I say might chase you away. I have to hide behind myself.
These feelings undenied. Only you and free. Yes.
Alright, you already saw that one. There's this cave in the air behind my body that nobody is going to touch. Cloister, silence, closing around a blossom of fire. When I stand upright in the wind, bones turn dark emeralds. James Wright.